Hello, everybody. I'm Lewy.
And I'm Thea Andrews. We're going to get into Jen's friendship with Yo and into Mindy's closet in just a minute. But first, the new developments about the tragic loss of two icons, Robin Williams and Joan Rivers.
Yeah, Thea, new reports are uncovering the circumstances surrounding their deaths. And in the case of Joan, these findings have caused Melissa Rivers to feel, quote, disappointed about the medical care her mother received.
We're going to get the latest now from the investigation into the death of Joan Rivers.
Just the words multiple avoidable failures. I keep thinking about Melissa, more heartbreak for her daughter.
An epic breach of protocol which could have contributed to the death of the late comedy icon. According to a federal report, Manhattan's Yorkville Endoscopy Clinic failed to do the following: provide timely intervention for deteriorating vital signs, get her consent for each procedure performed, record her weight prior to sedation, and failed to correctly document the dose of the anesthesia propofol. That's the same medication that caused the death of Michael Jackson.
Remember, suicide is a permanent solution to temporary problems.
Since his tragic passing, the question everybody has is why?
Answers are coming together for fans of Robin Williams. According to a report, his suicide could have been triggered by hallucinations from his debilitating form of dementia called Lewy body. That disease was reportedly the, quote, key factor that drove him to take his own life in August. It was a revelation that dominated Thea's conversation today on The Talk.
Do these details even matter, or does it change anything for you?
For Robin Williams' case, his brain that made so many of us so happy was making him so sad.
Our medical insider, who has not treated Robin, explains the typical symptoms.
The hallucinations that are present in Lewy bodies are characteristic. They can be very scary. People will often see something like little people. Sometimes they see bugs. And it can be very disturbing to the person.
Robin's widow, Susan Schneider, had previously confirmed Robin was also in the early stages of Parkinson's disease. That dual diagnosis also plagued the late Casey Kasem. His daughter, Carrie, explained the mental trauma that can cause for those suffering with the disease.
He was very aware his mind was slipping. And I know the hardest thing in the world for him was when he had to quit his show, because that work was his life.
You get very emotional. It's like, it's like weird. People go, "How are you?" God, thanks for asking.
He brought a lot of light into my life and gave me a lot of confidence about a lot of things. And he was like a brother to me, you know.
A vindication of sorts for Robin's inner circle. When we sat down with Robin's best friend of 37 years, fellow comic Rick Overton, he was adamant Robin was not of sound mind when he took his life.
People get mad. How could you do that to everybody? That wasn't him at this point. The real Robin Williams we love and know was that man we have for decades, and hold on to that memory and separate it from this decision, because they're different guys.
At least we're now one step closer to getting some answers, and hopefully that is helping the family members process their grief.
I hope so. You know, it just goes to show you, though, you never really understand what a person is up against in their personal life. And we have actually a producer in our office who is a family member who has struggled with this disease, and just hearing about it made us understand more what a cruel disease Lewy body is. So it really sheds new light on Robin's situation.
It's tough for everybody concerned. Kelly Osbourne still trying to cope with the loss of Joan Rivers, who was not only her Fashion Police co-star, but more like a friend and family member.